Hey, this is Matt once again. We're about to the videos, another paid request, this time for Edward. Thank you so much for that. For those interested in requesting any type of videos, topics, commentaries, reviews, whatever, feel free to send it. Either directly to my PayPal or join my Patreon. Both links are down below in the info box. And this is for 2 more episodes of South Park, Season 11, Episode 14, and Season 12, Episode 1. So thank you once again, Edward. And overall, I enjoyed both these episodes. I thought they were kind of... One episode was fun in showcasing the innocence of kids. In this case, girls making a list of which boy's the cutest, but also realizing there's more going on than meets the eye, and there's screwing people over to get their own selfish deeds. In this case, you find out that the list was a fake because they wanted to put this boy Clyde on top as the cutest so that he'd get free shoes from his dad because the girls wanted shoes. And this type of lies and manipulation that you would see in lawyer shows or shows dealing with, or movies dealing with evil corporations, but this is, with little kids. It has some fun moments with the characters. Pretty much in that, like I said, the boys find out that the girls have a list of who's the cutest to who's the ugliest. They make one plan to get it using Butters, and Butters tries to hit the girl in the balls. And he's like, "What the fuck is your problem?" Actually, no, she goes, "What's your problem, asshole?" So Butters tries to do it again. It cuts away. Carmen goes, "Well, we realize that girls don't have balls." And Butters goes, "Yep, that's the truth." He's all bandaged up. Again, Butters is one of those characters that is very endearing. Something about it, like what he says, what he does, endears him. Makes him endearing to me. I don't quite know. It's kind of weird. Like when this show started and I started watching, that used to be like Cartman. Anything he would say, I would find funny. But nowadays, it's gone to Butters. Almost as if they put their attention to Butters and go like the stuff that he says. Like almost each time, gives me a chuckle, easy chuckles and laughs. So they do a plan again. They get the list, and you find out that this one guy, Clyde, is number 1, and we find out later why that is. Stan's in the top 3. And then Butters is number 11. Cartman is second to last, but Kyle is the last. And Kyle gets very devastated. So, of course, Cartman makes fun of him. This is a fun bit where he's talking out the window, and Kyle's putting the shades down, and Cartman keeps moving to keep taunting Kyle. There's some nice shots as well, visual aesthetics, where there's a bit with Kyle alone in the bathroom and the camera pushes back more and more to make it seem like the bathroom's as big as a fucking Walmart. And I like that. It kind of reminds me of some of these like 80s comedies like 3 O'Clock High or Better Off Dead, where when John Cusack went to the chalkboard and he's so much higher than it really is. I thought that was a nice little take on that, to show Kyle's isolation and how alone he feels in the world with thinking that the girls find him the ugliest. Because he gets depressed, angry, starts hanging out with the ugly kids, starts having more of a worse behavior, gets a visit with, the ghost of Abe Lincoln. "Oh, it doesn't matter if you're hot." Oh, that's because someone said, "Well, Abe Lincoln was ugly." So then he sees the ghost of Abe Lincoln who says, "Well, people who are hot, they have no personality. And if they go through life, when those hot people lose their looks, you find out," what was the line? The purpose that they lack character, they lack personality. And Kyle's like, "Well, I don't want to wait that long." So while that's happening, Stan goes to his... was it Wendy who used to be his girlfriend? I'm bad with names. She tries to figure out what's going on, finds out there's this whole idea of manipulation to get these shoes, and it kind of plays off like a thriller aspect, but with little kids and little girls. Stuff that, if you did this with live action kids, live action actors, it wouldn't work. It'd be a bit too creepy or a bit too... Well, I mean, they made cuties, so... and other shit, so maybe there would be people who would be fine with it. To me, it works better in animation. And spoiler alert, Tenny does die at the end of the episode. And apparently, like, the ending, they do find the real list, and Kyle doesn't want to look at it. Apparently, I read up there was an alternate ending they were going to do where they do look at the list and Carmen's the ugliest. I don't know why they cut that out, because I'm surprised Cartman isn't a part of this finale. I guess that's why, because they were going to shoot that and cut, but they cut it. Because I would think, okay, Cartman hates Kyle so much, maybe he'd be working with the girls, and in order to ruin Kyle's life, and then Cartman would be helping the girls. You get your shoes, piss off Kyle. I was surprised Cartman, they didn't write him to be with the villain, so to speak. It seemed like that would be natural, but I guess they just decided not to go that route. But I say it was a fun episode. Like I said, some nice Butters. He's got a t-shirt that says 11 because he was the 11th on the list. And he wasn't the worst or second worst or third worst. So he's so proud to be number 11. So he's wearing the shirt. He goes up to Kyle, goes, "Hey, ugly," and leaves. Like I said, Butters is a lot of fun. So that was an entertaining episode. And then season 12, episode 1, that was a decent one as well. That's another like Cartman and Kyle centric episode. Which I guess makes sense. There's a lot of episodes with the two of them because they're very antagonistic with each other. So you create some drama and storyline with that. Cartman gets his tonsils out. The doctor fucked up. He's got HIV. He's, of course, pissed about it, understandably. And has to tell the school. The school has to tell everybody. And Kyle laughs about it because of how much Cartman's treating him like shit. And Cartman goes up to him and goes, "If you feel so bad, you wipe that fucking smirk off your face." "Well, any goddamn second, Kyle." Which he kind of reminded me of Arlie Ermy from Full Metal Jacket when he was talking to the Kyle. So he's pissed off at Kyle, so he takes his own blood, puts it in Kyle's mouth, and now Kyle has HIV. And when he finds out he's pissed, and I love that he just beats the shit out of Cartman. Just Cartman deserves it. It was nice to see Cartman get his comeuppance on that. And he just, "I'm going to break everything you have." What? What are you talking about? He's breaking shit and he gets to Xbox, and I do like the line reading that they did the Cartman. "Not the Xbox, just wait a second." Just that desperate yell and scream. And I thought that the episode, I did what I was trying to go for, where, think about in the 80s and 90s, AIDS, understandably, rightfully so, was known as such the disease to watch out for, that if you get it, it's the end of the world. And as time went on to the 2000s, it kind of went away. Like, there's still people with HIV, but because now there's medications and things to really help that out, or not really a cure, but there's a way to keep it stabilized. I'm not as knowledgeable on that as I should, I know, but that's what I mean. Like, you don't really hear anybody talk about it. I mean, the last movie I saw referenced was Dallas Buyers Club with Matthew McConaughey, which was a very good film. But you never really hear anybody talk about it. And they even say, what was the line? AIDS is more a 80s and 90s disease. And how back in the day, it'd be very much discussed, and nowadays it's almost looked at as passé. Like, Cartman tries to do a benefit but no one shows up. He tries to tell people about his affliction and people go, "Oh, well, cancer's the thing now," which I agree, fuck cancer. But yeah, like, nobody, I get what I was trying to say about how it seems like almost AIDS is a passé thing because no one ever brings it up. No one ever mentions it. Great, again, because there's been medical achievements, but still, I mean, that's not like it's an easy thing for people to live with. I would assume, I guess. I don't know if if anyone out there wants to admit they have it, you to let me know how it is. As in, compared to back in the day. I'm willing to learn. Please feel free. Please feel free to educate me. But I get what they were going with, where it's not as much in the media. Like back in the day, you had Philadelphia with Tom Hanks, and even Carbon starts dressing a bit like Tom Hanks from Philadelphia because of that. I'm surprised they didn't get the song from Bruce Springsteen, Philadelphia, do 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 do. Which that's a good movie, Philadelphia. And of course, they mention Magic Johnson, and they go to see Magic Johnson because hey, he's lived with HIV for so long, he seems to be doing okay, which is true. I mean, and then they find out that he sleeps with a big pile of money, and that if you get enough money and you put an injection, it's a cure. Again, that's the whole fun, ridiculous thing they go into. I just, well, I mean, we gave him this. We gotta find some type of cure so that I guess even they knew that if they didn't solve that at the end, people would be asking, wait a minute, I thought they have HIV. I thought they... So, like, they're fine with killing Kenny and not explaining how he comes back, but this, no, we gotta have them cured by the end of the episode. Cash is the cure. Which maybe that's their take on, like, people who... Especially back in the day, if they could afford it more, they could handle it more. But the people who were poor, sadly, couldn't handle it as much because of bullshit restrictions or just medical costing way too much and people can't afford it and all that jazz. I mean, between the two, I would say I liked the previous episode more. I got a bit more chuckles and laughs, a bit more butters. Although he has a funny bit here where he's trying to treat Carmen like normal and kisses him on the cheek, and Carmen's pissed at him. But that's pretty much all we did of Butter Sally. And Magic Johnson, I mean, I like Magic Johnson. They don't really treat him badly, which is surprising. Just because almost all celebrities they treat badly. Well, there's a few, like Cheech and Chong they treated well, and a few others, so, that was cool. Trying to think if there's any issues I had with it. I did not a whole lot of issues I had with it. Like I said, I thought the animosity. I definitely, like I said, it was nice to see Kyle beat the shit out of Carbon because he deserved it. And when he's punching him, the kind of look and art that they use, and when Carbon's being beaten up, and some bit of that was funny. I do like the bit at the end with Kyle as well as I'm still gonna go and break all your shit. I'm gonna go because yeah they got the cure, but still what Carbon did was so horrendous. Made sense that Kyle's gonna go and break his shit. Good, do it. Break that Xbox. But a fun episode still. With that said, thanks once again, Edward. Take care, everyone. We'll see you guys later.